Hey everybody, Mature Simmer here. I do need to fix, I just realized, my destination here. So let me update where we're headed. Alright, that should change things, yep. So now you can see we're going from North Las Vegas to Miami Airport. So this is the Walker Air Transport NASCAR 2022 World Tour that is available in that VA that I'm flying. These will come out the week of 2024 when there's similarly timed when the race would take place. So again, we're going from Las Vegas. We're taking our VIPs over to Homestead, Miami. This was a race that took place on Sunday, October 23rd, 2022. So again, as always, we're basically flying them there the day before on Saturday, October 22nd. I tried desperately to find a plane other than an airliner, a commercial airliner that could make the trip. This is a little bit further than even the other one. It's 1,890 nautical miles, as you can see. I tried a Cessna, I tried a Learjet, I even tried Embraers. The range is exceeded for all of them, is what SimBrief tells me, so I'm not going to repeat what happened before. I'm going to keep moving along and get set up because this is going to be a long enough flight as it is. So I actually didn't see what it got set to. I'm going to request new data from SimBrief. That's going to change things. Now we're a 736. So we're good there. I don't know that I'm going to try, because again, we're at a weird airport. I'm not going to try the GSX thing as far as integrating to self-loading cargo. The one thing I do need to fire up to is Beyond ATC, so that we have some ATC as we go. Alright, so that's coming up on the side. Whoops. Alright, so it's connecting to the sim. It looks like we're loading. I'm glad they've really solved that. I very rarely have difficulties with that anymore. So let's see. Alright, we don't have a crew. Whoops. Hang up. So yeah, it says the cabin crew are managing doors, but I don't know. Sometimes you gotta press the button, which is odd. Because yeah, they were awaiting permission, and like aircraft loading isn't even starting
Hello?
for 9 minutes.
Hi, Captain. How are you this afternoon?
Hi there, I'm okay today, thanks.
Great. We're getting ready for takeoff. If you need anything else, just give me a call and I'll answer as quickly as I can. We're a little busy right now, though.
Thank you.
No problem.
Alright, they're a little busy right now, because I think they're waiting. They're behind a bit. Expected departure is about 30 minutes. So just so you're aware, if you're watching this on the stream, that's kind of where it will be at. So it's going to take a bit of time, so no real reason to rush here. So this is the challenge, you know, if we'll call it that, because obviously it does extend things.
Hello.
Hi, Captain. Okay, so I've spoken to security and they've started checking in, but there's around another 10 minutes to go before we expect to be seeing any passengers.
Okay. Feel free to start boarding whenever they're ready to come on board. Let us know once you've started.
No problem.
Alright. Now we got ground, which is interesting because it says expected in 7 minutes, but
Go
maybe
ahead.
they're going to start a few things early.
Captain, microphone check, please.
You're loud and clear, 5/5.
Let's get our position, start getting our flight.
Complete. We'll contact you when we're ready to start loading.
Okay, I'm going to set the payload, set the fuel. I'm not going to go through everything.
Roger!
If I got a shorter flight, sometimes I'll do that, where we'll let GSX kind of do some stuff. All right.
Cockpit to ground.
Just reaching out to these guys again.
Go ahead.
We're starting the APU. Please stand by as we'll be disconnecting from ground power shortly.
Roger.
Alright, what is going on? Why won't it? Oh, great. Can I not flip any switches? Oh, good. I always love that. Yeah, I literally can't interact with anything. Why? I mean, I'm obviously able to interact with that. So, let's see. If I do that, sometimes you do some stuff and it triggers something. No, I literally cannot interact with anything. This sucks. I know these planes sometimes do this stuff. I don't know why. But yeah, I'm literally unable to do anything. So let me exit and come back in. So that's just going to delay things a little bit more. Usually if the plane is at least kind of running, you're okay. But obviously not the case here. So it is what it is. So I'm hoping again to get this flight done. I mean, good news is we're going eastbound, so that should be relatively quick. You know, as opposed to going westbound, where you're usually flying into the headwind. But in any event, wow, this is taking a little while. Usually not quite so crazy. So yeah, now it I think it thinks I did something else, so let me go to self-load. Oh, I can't do anything with self-loading right now. Well, that's disappointing. Alright, so we're here at the map. Let's try to reload. Same plane, this was the ramp, just because I've got room around me. And again, we'll get ourselves, you know, sometime a little bit early in the morning. And hopefully we'll be good here. Alright, it still thinks I'm paused. We lost the connection with Beyond ATC. It's usually just better to restart that. I assume... yeah, injection paused until the sim is ready. So we're waiting for that. I'm going to see if I have to restart the tracker, because right now it's like telling me paused. Alright. So we're here. Let's just make sure things flip. Alright, thank goodness. Alright, they work now. Problem I need to do is now I need to like reset. Need to start a new flight, so let's do that. We've obviously got a whole new batch of planes in front of us. Alright, so we'll get the airliner. It's a Boeing. We're all good there. I need to change these. And I know you don't know what these are, the airline and the flight number 4021, and then we need to get the time to be, let's see, what, 18:30. Let's try that. We'll be on time. Yeah, that works. Okay. So boarding will begin in a minute, just like before, and then yep, same settings for the flight. And again, we don't have, like, the weird thing was clearly I could have, you know, I could do the parking. So, like, I don't know why the plane stopped responding, but sometimes stuff happens with it. I don't get it. But now my challenge is obviously that I need to, you know, get all these things going. So, well, let's see. All right. So cabin crew managing the doors. So they should be coming in here. There we go. So we'll start this over again.
Hello.
Hi, Captain. How are you?
Hi there, we're fine, thanks.
Great. We're just getting ready for departure. But if you need anything, just give me a call.
Thank you.
No problem.
Alright, so I am going to reload my tracker. I've got one other one I need. Let's see, sim. Get this going. So connect to sim, connect Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Hello?
Hi, Captain. Okay, so I've spoken to security and they've started checking in, but there's around another 10 minutes to go before we expect to be seeing any passengers.
Okay. Feel free to start boarding whenever they're ready to come on board. Let us know once you've started.
All right.
No problem.
Alright, so we should be in good shape for most things. Famous last words, right? But, okay, got my nap, not my nap, my map. Okay, well, I need the ground crew before I can do anything significant, so... because I can't start the APU, which is what we were trying to do, until we get a little closer, or until we tell them, because that's part of the check of self-loading cargo. But again, expected flight departure, 30 minutes. Set payload, set fuel. And we're requesting the flight plan. So I am gonna turn the seatbelt on just so we have that. Oh, that's right, I need to start beyond ATC. My tracker is running, so at least we don't have that problem. Okay, that's gonna go. We will load. Alright. And then that should start. Activate.
ATC connected.
Come on. Don't do this to me. Execute. Alright. And then we're going to do departure, arrival. I'm going to try this in a slightly different order, because otherwise I just get odd results. Alright. We're importing from SimBrief. And just going to get things set here. So we're coming in runway 8, I guess. Alright, so it looks like the ILS is just there. Alright, so I think we're good with that. Yeah, I mean, they did start the loading last time early, because this is not going to start for 6 minutes. It was like 8 minutes, and then it had gone ahead and done it, so it was a bit weird. Alright, let's do the ATIS.
North Las Vegas Airport information, Victor. 1800 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 28. Dew point -02. Altimeter 2998. Landing and departing runways tree 0 right, tree 0 left. 5G notice in effect. Advise on initial contact.
Alright, so now we have ground crew.
Go ahead.
Alright, it's taken a bit for it to process.
Hi, Captain. Microphone check, please.
Clear enough, 4 out of 5.
Okay, Captain. Radio check is complete. We'll contact you when we're ready to start loading.
Roger!
Alright. So now we're going to call
Cockpit to
them
ground.
right back, tell them we're starting the APU, and then I can kind of do my stuff and interact as I need to.
Go ahead.
We're starting the APU now. Stand by for ground power disconnection in a few minutes.
So,
Roger.
on start. Now again, I need to look, see where we're traveling at. Not seeing it. What am I missing? Oh, there it is. Flight level 3. Oh, that's right. 390. Because I had keyed that in by hand because I wanted to be up there. Alright, so not quite there yet. That went up, so let's go back down here. Now we're doing a departure.
Go ahead.
The sort of seems good. Nothing to report.
Alright, so what I want to do now is I want to go up here, make sure I have that, and then I can
Please
disconnect
disconnect
the
ground
GPU.
power.
Roger. Stand by, please.
Because now we're running on the APU, so we should be fine.
Ground power has been disconnected.
We get that set. Let's see.
Roger.
Alright, got the packs so that we can start things up. We'll get the hydraulic pumps going. We'll get all of these going. And we should be good. So yeah, we got almost 30,000 liters, so that's good. Alright, alright, still 25 minutes. So let's go back to our setup. We were doing 30 left. We're going out of build 1. And the transition no build, so or is build, so there's no transition in the computer, at least it appears. And then we're coming in ILS 8 right. And the Frog's departure, or the Frog's arrival with the Gawk's transition. That should do that. We'll go to legs. Alright. So I guess we can... Will it let us pick that? No, it won't. So we'll see. I may end up moving that direct. I'm going to leave that right now the way it is. If I go here, we start getting our performance data. Got our seatbelt on. We are going to have to call in, so let's go ahead and do that. North Las Vegas clearance. Walker 4021 requests clearance to Miami, IFR.
Walker 4021, North Las Vegas clearance, cleared to Miami. Boulder City 1 departure radar vectors, then is filed. Maintain 4,000 feet. Departure frequency 119.4. Squawk 5414.
Runway 30 left, Boulder City 1 departure, then is filed, maintain 4,000. Departure frequency 119.4, squawk 5414. Alright.
Walker
so
4021,
let's head on
read
here.
that correct. Contact ground 121.7 when ready for pushback or engine start.
4, 1, 4, and then we'll get that. Contact 121.7 when ready for push and start. Okay. So we got a ways for that, but at least now we have our transponder running, so that's always potentially something that can be a problem. We're going to set flaps to 5. And yes, now that we have all the other stuff, we've got our V speeds that can go in, so that was why I was doing the departure and arrival ahead of time. Cruise wrong place. Flight level 390. So it'll have to recalculate some stuff, but that'll be alright. Alright, let's check everything here. Okay, we're coming down. I'm gonna go leg to Capra. I'm gonna exit there.
Go ahead.
Hi, Captain. Just a quick update to let you know that we've started loading. We'll send the final load sheet up once we're ready.
Roger!
Okay. So yeah, that screaming Roger thing is a bit... it's part of the voice that I use from 11 Labs. Self-loading cargo will utilize that AI voice generation tool, which is cool. But, right. 21 minutes. But yeah, I think we are ready at this point. So they're just doing their thing. Obviously, passengers will get on. They can't load until we get the load sheet and everything. It's probably going to take a few minutes because it's not nothing on the scale. Let's get everything else set. So 4,000 is what we're cleared to right now. It's always a challenge because sometimes you're like meeting that and then you're like, uh-oh. Alright, so we'll get the flight directors on, get the auto arm on, and will it give us... Oh, it will. Cool. Because sometimes it won't. Did it say 2.9 or 9 or 7? I thought it was... it looks like 2.9 or 9 or 8. So I didn't quite have that dialed in right. Get RTO set. Put our flaps up to 5. One more. So those will transition. We'll get our range a little tighter over to 20. But then over here, I tend to go on the first officer side. Kind of go as far as I can till we get a little closer. That gives us 640 miles, so you can see relatively straight across, I guess. Alright. So that's the problem with some of these bigger planes, is you're doing some waiting when you're dealing with the crew and the cargo. And once again, like if we had GSX, you know, maybe a little bit more would be going on, because you'd kind of see the loading and so forth, but just tends to hiccup more than I'd like. Because even pulling out of here, I think I'm just going to pull out. I'm not going to play push and start. We'll just start up. But we're not at that point yet. I'm just going to double check that I do have real weather set. I believe I do. I just think it's typical Vegas, and it's just clear. Over here is what I need. Yep, live weather. So anybody got any good jokes? Anything funny going on? So yeah, it definitely gets to be a bit of a cluttered screen on one side. I'm trying to make sure I can see the chat window. So go from there, but I think once I board, or kind of get ready to push back, it's going to give me the time.
All stations. We're about to start boarding.
Okay, again, seatbelt is on. That's kind of the biggest thing I can control there. Alright, just feel like, I mean, normally it's not, I don't have this much kind of downtime, so I just feel like, can I do anything? But not really. Yeah, we don't need the taxi light. We don't need all of that. They gotta be close. I mean, we're down to... It's been 5 minutes of baggage loading. Whoop. Alright, let's see.
Hello.
Hi, Captain. We've started boarding now, and the passengers are being seated.
Thank you.
Alright. So, 11 on board. 1 seated, 1 secured. But at this point, I can kind of welcome people on board.
Good morning from the cockpit. This is your captain speaking. I'd like to welcome you on board this morning's flight to Miami. We're currently preparing for departure up here in the cockpit, and once we're airborne, we'll be climbing to our cruise level of 39,000 feet. We're not anticipating any delays, so we hope to be underway very shortly. The cabin crew will start securing the cabin once the aircraft is pushed back from the stand. As we make our way to the departure runway, please make sure you're seated and secured as they make their way around the aircraft. Once we're airborne, there shouldn't be any issue during our climb. It's a pretty straightforward departure out of the airport, so nothing to worry about there. It looks as though the en route winds are in our favor, so there shouldn't be any issue getting to our destination on time. However, we will keep you informed throughout the flight if that changes. If you could get yourself seated and secured in the meantime, we'll be able to make a departure as soon as everything is ready.
Alright, we've got 35 of 115 on board. I assume we're not really going to be able to see much of anything. It's not like GSX where we would see them coming on, but that's not what we're using. So, yeah, getting down into the playoffs. So certainly our folks have been enjoying the season. You know, kind of jumping out of that portion of it, like, you know, into just me, the mature simmer. I'm certainly taking a look. I'm going to see if I could submit a 2025 schedule when it comes out and see what that process is involved to kind of get a tour added and whatever, because not a bad idea to do it. Although I will say, you know, you're kind of flying around to the same places across the U.S. So I'll have to see, because, you know, we're going to have 2024 out. So I reserve the right to change my mind to do that. How about that? Because I may be into, you know, I'm not sure where the career series in 2024 might take me and other things, and what else I might get into, because really the 2024 NASCAR season obviously isn't even over yet. So we are months and months away, and anybody that's been following my flight sim journey, like, I literally just started last December, so I'm not even a year into it, and the amount of things I've done and learned, I'm amazed, and I'm usually always looking and learning all kinds of things. So I'm worried because it's telling me 30 left, which is where it has assigned me is not used in North Vegas. But I think we're already past the point where it gave me stuff. Down to 12 minutes. We still barely crossed the halfway mark for people loaded, though, so who knows? Can't really do much there, but I'll just wait until we're called.
Ground to cockpit.
So they'll be sending up the load sheet. I almost
Welcome
forgot to
aboard the
unmute
Super
myself.
Air
Go ahead.
Transport Service. Please ensure to place your bags either in the overhead compartment or in the seat in front of you.
Loading has been
You
completed.
should be
We're
on
sending the
your
load
seat,
sheet up to you now.
so make sure to fasten your seat
We'll
belt
contact you once
and
the
move
aircraft
your
is closed
seat
up, then
to
we'll
its
get you.
upright position. Thank you.
Roger.
Okay. The cabin crew is making the announcement in the interim. But yeah, I was worried I couldn't unmute. So, alright, we got 100 on board. Still plowing forward to 115. We're getting there. Alright, 114. So I'm assuming, there we go, we're fully boarded. So I'm guessing our crew will call soon. We're supposed to be off in 9 minutes. But this is exactly why we have as much time as we do. And I do have things set relatively quickly.
Hello?
In SLC.
Hi, Captain. Okay, here's the load sheet from ground. I've written the passenger count here, the crew count here, and a total number of souls, not including yourselves, here.
Thanks.
Okay, looks like we're all set to go whenever you're ready.
Okay, great. You can close the doors whenever you're ready.
Okay, I'll let the crew know, and we'll get closed up as soon as we can.
All right, everybody's seated. Not all secured yet. We got one difficult one. There we go. Now they're all secured. There we go. All right.
Ground copy.
So now we are all secured. It says 23:10 is when we will
Go ahead.
arrive in Miami International.
Call me when you acquire pushback.
We don't require a push. We'll just start where we are, so feel free to disconnect.
As a reminder, if you're using software to track your virtual airline flights, you might want to start it now, if you haven't already.
Alright.
Roger!
We're ready to disconnect.
North Vegas ground. Walker 4021. Request startup.
Thanks very much. Pin straight ahead, and we'll see you again soon.
Walker 4021. Startup approved. Call when ready for taxi.
Okay. Startup approved. Walker 4021. Alright, so we will get these cranking. Again, packs are
All
on.
stations, please arm doors.
Everything looks good. So we'll get spun up here. Get the fuel up and going. So we've got our N1 coming up. And then our, actually I think this is the N1. I think it's N2, N1, but. Right. So everything's good there. What I want to do is, well, I don't want to disconnect the ground power yet. Now I can. Actually, I guess I can, now that I think about it. So
Ladies and
let's
gentlemen,
start this
welcome
going.
aboard this Walker Air Transport flight. We please ask your attention
And
as
we
demonstrate
will
the safety features on this aircraft.
get everything
Please make sure your
disconnected
bags
on
are
the
either
ground
in the overhead
services, because we need to
compartment
do
or
that.
under the seat in front.
So all these guys will start to move away. So this is all PMDG stuff that basically comes with the model of the aircraft. So I'm not using GSX. You can see PMDG on the board there. But now the loaders will pull away. They'll pull away. The ground power obviously vanished. And then the plane will be ready to go. So doors closed. Just waiting for him to leave. Alright,
At this
and
moment,
then we'll go
please
back.
make sure your phone is switched to airplane mode, your seatbelt is fastened, and your seat is on its upright position. For further information, please read the safety information card located in the seat pocket in front of you.
Get the second engine going.
Walker Air Transport. We wish you to sit back, relax, and enjoy your flight.
Okay, and again, I think we're cleared to 30 left, or no. Well, we should be 30 left. I don't know where it's, because it says not used in my Navigraph now, so I'm wondering if it's going to have us go off at some other runway. North Las Vegas ground, request taxi to runway, Walker 4021.
Walker 4021. Runway 30 left taxi via hotel. Bravo, Kilo.
30 left, taxi via Hotel Bravo Kilo, Walker 4021. Okay. Alright, so in theory, let me just get the last one cut over. There we go. Now we can turn off the APU, get these set so that we can pressurize the cabin correctly. Get the taxi light on, and we are good to go. So Parking brake away. Oh, wait, hold on. Actually, I can go ahead. They can secure the cabin as I move. All right. So there we go. Getting creeping up. Get turning because we basically kind of want to turn around a little bit. Usually like myself near 30. You can see we're at 29.9, 30.0. So there we go. Get a little quicker swing here. Again, we're going via, what was it, Hotel, Bravo, Kilo. All right. I don't know, that doesn't look right, so I'm gonna go this way, I guess. Because, yeah, that's too far down. This is really struggling to make some inroads here. Come on. So again, the challenge is we're too dang big for this airport. I'm worried I'm on the runway I'd rather not be. So, let's see. Oh no, 30 left's fine. That's the 5,000. I don't want to be on 30 right. Where is my... There it is.
Hello?
Hi, Captain. Just to let you know that the cabin is secure for takeoff.
We're almost ready, actually, so you can take your seats now.
No problem. All
Okay.
stations, takeoff positions, please.
Actually down on Bravo. Technically Hotel's up there, but that's okay. Well, actually something else is up there, but Hotel is here, and that would get us down here to Bravo. So this guy, some lovely non-collision stuff, but yeah, I hope that some of that gets maybe when we have traffic, although they're not saying they're going to control stuff wherever. So there's some storms around Miami right now. Alright, we do have our flaps, we do have everything else, so I think we're okay. I do remember taxiing in here, there was just a lot going on.
Walker 4021, contact North Las Vegas Tower 125.7. Have a good day.
Alright, hold on, let me slow down. 125.7, Walker 4021. So I have to change from the taxi map over. Vegas Tower, Walker 4021, request departure. I mean, I really should wait,
Walker
but
4021, North Las Vegas Tower, wind calm. Fly heading
it gave
160, runway 30 left.
it
Cleared
gave
for
us
takeoff.
movement off the taxiway, so probably because I'm so thin, I couldn't help but get some wheels off. Alright, so we are definitely going to do... so, we'll see if this works. We are going to pull this off. I can feel it. It's going to happen. Oh, wait. Why are my flaps so damn... Oh, boy. This is bad. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. This is going to make it even worse. I think we're going to crash again because my flaps now are way too... They're way... I just need to get up and then we'll play with the flaps later. Alright, come on, you can do it. I know you can do it. Oh my god, I ended up with flaps. They did get to 5 or whatever, but alright, so let me just get myself stable here. God, that was ugly. Alright, so I'm just gonna fly straight for a bit here. I'm gonna get the flight directors on. Like again, I did a terrible job here. Alright, so now we should hopefully be okay. Come on, you can pull up. Oh, I see, because I had myself set to 4,000. It's trying to get me back down there. That's obviously not what I want. Okay. So this should get me moving. There we go. All right. All right, I think we're good. So we're going to get the flaps up a bit so we can go faster than 203. And then it should start climbing. And you gear up, that will also help, obviously. All right. Yeah, that was my ugliest leg in a long, long time, but sometimes you're just screwing around with things. So yeah, what I'm going to check on my tracker is, does it just lists the number of pounds of fuel, so I technically probably could have taken off with nothing. I don't know if the other stuff is stored. Alright, so I am going to restart beyond ATC because I know we can do that and do that mid-flight. I don't know that we can do it with the self-loading cargo. I can try.
Beyond ATC connected.
Alright, it's loading up. Pretty sure self-floating cargo is just going to be like, no. But I'm going to try it one time. Yeah, thanks. Thanks for stopping by, Jonathan. Won't let me do this. So we will get out. I will crank this up still. So I'm probably going to be able to just go to the 39,000 and be done. Las Vegas Tower, Walker 4021.
Walker 4021, request not understood.
Okay. All right. So, leaving Las Vegas. I never thought it would be that difficult to say that line. But it is. Alright, we'll turn that off. Turn this back on, and then it will go do its thing. There we go. So finish the climb. Again, it's 29er, so I do need to get that adjusted. At this point, should be able to, okay, landing lights are off, everything's good. Gonna need that at 39. Okay. Okay, used about 2,000 of fuel. I'm gonna put my Beyond ATC on auto respond. So yeah, due to some challenges getting off the ground, not sure how I'm going to be able to edit this all up later. But obviously we had to try a few times. This is currently telling me, 6.5 hours. I know it's not going to be that long. But yeah, I think what I need to do is get my flaps all the way up is my problem. So if I do that, obviously we will then be in better shape, because right now I think it's holding me up because of the flaps. One more. And then they'll be fully up, and then hopefully that goes away. Why is it not going away? There we go. Alright. Because I'm like, it can certainly go faster than it's going. And now it's cutting down the distance and increasing the speed, and then I assume it will begin to climb again later on. All right. So, always a bit of entertainment, right? I suppose that's good. It was a good Twitch video. It's not a good YouTube video. So, alright, we're down to 4 hours, 50 minutes. Obviously, we're still speeding up. We will continue to speed up as we climb to 39,000. I am probably going to go ahead and... Oh, Jonathan followed me. How nice. Thank you, Jonathan. I assume you're not on anymore, since you said, okay, have a good flight. But so now I'm up to 4 followers. So exciting. But at this point, because it's such a flight, I am going to go ahead once I get to the transition level, which I really basically am, so we'll leave it there. Everything's on auto respond, nothing else is really happening, so I'm going to go on mute and get some stuff taken care of that I should have frankly been taking care of an hour ago, but couldn't because I kept hitting buildings and crashing my plane. So but in any event, got the progress bar. Yeah, see, so instead of being 0, 0, it's like 2240. Yeah, I'm almost curious. I don't know, I might hang on till I get to cruising altitude, because I'm a little curious, like, how quick I'm really going to get there, because right now, it's telling me 4.5, 4 hours, 22 minutes. It's kind of floating around there a little bit. Our ground speed really isn't increasing that much. I think once we hit PGS and 54 miles, where we may still not have climbed. I mean, that's the other thing. I didn't change any of my ranges, so I don't have any of this done. Like, it just was sloppy all around. Let me just double check things, make sure everything's like where it needs to be. Yeah, because I don't even have a... Let's see. Walker 4021, request IFR clearance to Miami. Let me see if I can do that. Will it do that?
Walker 4021, request not understood.
Because all it's giving me is wind check, but like, I don't think it's going to actually do anything. I don't know, I may just have to forego having anything with the flight. I'll restart it one more time, but if it does the same thing, like, I think I'm kind of screwed.
Beyond ATC connected.
Alright, get the preview off, because I'm not going to be here to look at it anyway. Alright, so we've got Navigraph. Are we under 4? We're just at 4 hours. I mean, if I could get down to like 3 hours, that would really be what I want, but I don't think that's going to happen. So let's see, what options do I have? No, I'm in climb. Can I do? No, it won't let me do clearance. It won't let me do Unicom. It's got me on tower. Las Vegas tower radio check.
Aircraft calling for radio check, reading you loud and clear.
I don't think the Beyond ATC thing is going to do anything, but... Alright, well at this point, however long it's going to take is what it's going to take. So we're going to kind of set this, we're going to let it go, and we'll go from there. So if you watch this later, definitely thanks. But yeah, long flight ahead of us, but definitely want to get this leg taken care of. It's maybe my longest leg, honestly. Because when we come back, well, maybe not. We're coming back, we're flying back to Phoenix. But we're flying, I don't know. Doesn't matter. It is what it is. Flying the tour, and this is where it's having me go. So, I'll be back in a bit. I apologize ahead of time to any of the people I miss. I might only be gone like an hour, but we'll see. Getting ready to hit the top of descent here. I don't know that I've been down and up and down a little bit. I keep getting a network error, and on my player it keeps saying it's unstable. So I'm going to be really curious how this comes out, because this may suddenly show me, well, there's certain things that don't work well to do Twitch and send them over. Like, I don't know why. I've never seen it go the whole time and never become a stable thing. And I don't know that there's a ton happening. Although, I mean, you know, I am pulling like the Msfs map enhancement stuff. But the other problem I've got is I do have to pop out and go pick up some takeout stuff that we ordered for the family. Because, of course, you know, flights always take longer than you think, and especially since, once again, I had to crash twice before I got off the ground. Alright, so we should be good here. I got myself set to 4. So what I need to figure out, if I don't have like half an hour, I'm probably going to need to 22:17-ish. Well, then I am thinking I probably... This just doesn't seem right. Like, that seems... 22 minutes? Really? I don't know, maybe it will be done then. Alright, well in that case, because I kind of need to go now, I was hoping it was going to be like 30-40 minutes and then I'd be okay. But I think that's going to be a problem. So I am going to go ahead and pause this now. I am back flying again after having to stop for a bit. So we're going to try to get this thing down. I don't see anybody having commented, so I assume no one popped in to... Well, I suppose they would have seen the pause screen and been like, nothing's happening here, and left, so... There's nothing that I know of. That's right, I was going to check. No. I don't think it lets you do anything, so... Cool. Yeah, so what I was looking at is in the activity feed, will it show that someone popped in and out? But it does not. Oh, but there is a users in chat thing, so I suppose if I have someone join, I can always maybe pull that and see, oh, I see their name, and then at least I'll know. But if they don't chat, clearly they might not want to be known, so. Alright. So we are about 100 nautical miles away. Coming down here. Again, obviously you can see on the overhead where we are at. Interesting thing though, having paused for a bit, now I'm back and now I'm getting it looks like an excellent feed. So I'd love to know how that honestly changes, because again, I've got like a 500 megabit connection, so even if a few other people are on doing things in the house, like I should still have plenty of bandwidth. And that's the thing, like it's telling me the kilobits per second sometimes was higher, like now it's at between 4,000 and 5,000, which is what I see normally when it's green, but sometimes it'll be at 7,000 to 10,000 kilobits and it's red. So I don't understand. So alright, so there were 2 viewers, now there's 1, which I'm sure is me. When there were 2, I did go look in the user chat thing, and no, it does not show them. So I don't think there's a way to tell, like, who's really in or whatever, unless they chat. Alright, so let me pull up a few things here. So yeah, we're over land now, I think. Yeah, just barely. You can kind of see it through the clouds. So we're kind of just passing in. So I do apologize if you can kind of hear anything. I've got like a hard candy that I popped in my mouth before I came down here, because I frankly had forgotten I had the flight paused. But then when I came down here to put something away, I was like, oh, that's right, I need to finish this. But we are here and making our way down, and we don't have Beyond ATC, we don't have anything running, because we had some challenges getting off the runway initially, and then kind of starting as opposed to at the gate. Like I couldn't get self-loading cargo running because the engines were already running, and things like that, and the Beyond ATC thing just never really started right. So like it was never handing me off from one spot to another, so that did not work well. And I swear I've done it mid-flight before, So I think it was telling me 22:17 is when I'm expected to be down on the ground. So that would mean another 16 minutes or so. Since it's been a bit, I'm going to go ahead and check. Let's see, is it 299er? And it's 299er 6 now. So it changed 0.01 was 9 5. But yeah, at this point then, we have another race here on the East Coast. So we'll be heading basically north out of Miami, and then we have a long flight across to Phoenix to end the season, is what's going to come in the next couple weeks, and then we will be done with that tour, and you know, the year will be over, so we'll see. So, yeah, nothing. I'm trying to think of something to say, but I don't really have much to say. We've still got to basically get across the entire state of Florida here, so it's going to take a little bit of time. I mean, we still got 70 miles, and, you know, we're going to have a bunch of waypoints across the state. They're just stacked on each other. I mean, I am zoomed out quite a bit, where it's like 30 nautical miles for whatever it is, an inch on the screen, so it's probably 3-4 inches across. Well, it can't be 3 or 4 inches across because it's telling me I'm only 67 miles away, so maybe it's 2 inches across. It seems further than that, but we'll go with it. So yeah, you know, folks can certainly let me know. I mean, do you like the flight overlay? I would imagine it's helpful, and it lets you follow along and see what's happening and not be surprised. Again, while things are quiet, I'm going to get the landing monitor up. Last time I like barely pulled it up in time when I was doing my VFR flight earlier today. So that became a bit of a panic. Alright, so we've gone through the transition. Altitude basically stayed the same because, again, in theory it's 299 or 2. Above 18,000 is what we're doing at standard. So we're only moving 0.04. But we're then, what, Jamas? And I don't know if after Jamas is where they get together, but I mean, obviously you can see a lot of them, so it should be above 11,000. At Jamas, we don't have any note or anything that we have to do anything, so that's good. But that's why we have 4 pages of waypoints still, because there's just a lot going on. Again, since we don't have ATC, we'll basically kind of send ourselves down at whatever pace we choose. Interesting that the height above ground level is 15,700, but my altimeter is telling me less, like I'm theoretically higher above the ground than I am in height, which I don't think should happen. Yeah, but that we do have the pressure set right, but okay, so it's saying broken clouds 25,000, scattered clouds 16,000, so we would have just gone through that, and we're going to have few clouds at 7,500 and 2,100. So so I assume that's the layer we're seeing, but once again at the airport, and again you can see it's clear. That is not our airport. There's no way we're seeing 50 miles. That I assume is some other airport, but again, I'm not out enough, because we are kind of going to go straight in that direction. I mean, I don't think that's the airport. Maybe up At 13,000 feet, we're not going to see that far. So let me just take a look. I think, yeah, we still do have FSLTL doing stuff here. So, yeah, there's a plane en route to Hartsfield, Atlanta. IFR at 22,000 feet that it just injected. So, yes, that is still working. Well, whatever it is, it's clearly an airport, but obviously we're, I assume, gonna kind of overfly it. But yeah, we get down here, and then Cobra or Capra or whatever it is the start of the ILS. Alright, so we're at 10,000. I probably didn't turn the landing lights off. Oh no, I did. Okay. Or I never turned them on in my rush. Who knows? Doesn't ultimately matter. But it's clearly an airport, but it's just one runway, so it's certainly not Miami International like we are going to the large airport here. Oh, I didn't realize we were turning a bit, but I guess we are. I thought it was ARPTT. I'm like, is there literally a waypoint called airport over the airport? Because sometimes you will have a waypoint over another airport, like, you know, the Nashville one is, I think, over the Nashville airport, BNA. Alright, so it is trying to slow down. Go ahead, get that set. It's a little too early to play with the speed brakes, so we won't do that yet. But we should be going down. It's basically at Aspen, we're supposed to be below 10,000, which we are. We're a mile away, so we did achieve that, and then above 8,000, so that was, I'm assuming, why it wasn't falling down faster, is it realized it wouldn't make that constraint of, well, it would have been below 10,000, so yeah, I'm not sure. $35 miles out. I'm thinking that's the coast. But again, not entirely sure if there's like a cloud in there. It just seems like a big jut in. So basically we have 8,000 above. Copper's got to be 3, so I'm going to go get myself down to 3. Just so I'm set to get onto the ILS approach. Man, the stream is like... The stream preview is so far back. It's 87 nautical miles away, is what I just am watching on the Steam preview when I went outside the plane. We're now at 30 nautical miles, basically 31. It is just messing with my head, because now we were also turning at that point, so the shadows were moving, and then I'm like, I thought something was happening to my actual plane, but no, I only have one screen with my actual plane. Alright, so I'm going to wait a little bit on flaps or anything. I'm thinking maybe we'll worry about it at Acre, or whatever that would be called. Alright. Just, yeah, with these long flights, there's like an impatience to land. I'm definitely like, alright, I need to be down. And some of it is because, again, with the problems I had, like, I was hoping to be done much earlier today. I do, you know, I've got some family visiting, whatever, and unfortunately I popped down here because I have to finish this thing, and obviously all this time is taking that time when, I mean, not that they're specifically waiting for me, but I'm sure there's a little like, where'd he go? What's he doing? And there's just frankly not much I need to do right now. Yeah, this part of Florida, clearly, I mean, it doesn't look like anybody lives here. I mean, I don't know if this is all part of the Everglades. Because I know that's down south, I think. But I'm not sure if it's really here or not. But there clearly isn't much here. Again, we've got few clouds at 2100, so that may be what is kind of obscuring our view of anything. Alright, I am going to start and go, say, we'll go out to 2%. We'll just start deploying the flaps a